my rocket fuel.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Newton. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
That burst good for 20 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Got it. 6-6. Pull it high.
Shift. Shift. Watch the shift. Alert 3. Alert 3.
5.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Set. 18, Gator.
Stop your whining. Joker.
22 jet bomber.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Deep rim.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
10 logo.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Record. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. 29 is Mike 29. And let's get this. 29 is Mike.
From the 38, Newton. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 22, Newton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the 2nd drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Dorsett. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Ready. Check. Hey, Delta.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
He'll drop to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. 20! Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. There he goes left side, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as his guys are back within a single score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Point after, right down the middle. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. They'll get 34 yards there.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, but we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Now it's Dorsett. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready, ready. 50 seconds left. Don't get nervous.
Chance.
Keep gripping.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First down, Carolina.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pick it up, guys.
Newton to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Newton. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver.
Now Warner's hit, and he loses it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll run the toss to Walker. And he's got room. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further to try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
You go tight. 81. You got tight right there. Check 31. Check 31.
Third and long. It's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Set, ready, 18 Gator.
59. I got it.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Ready.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Set, 18 Gator.
59. Mike to 59. I got him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth.
Hey, Orbit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Newton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Incomplete from the contact. It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Here we go on 4th. Newton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
3rd down.
Ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Get your swerve on. Check 59, Mike. Mike is
Bravo.
59.
Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready, ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Christian, trap.
45-yard line.
Hey, zoom.
Check. 59.
Watch the slant.
2nd and 2. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Ready?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hayes. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Newton. Wide open receiver complete. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, let's get there.
On the toss, it's Dorsett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Check, 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 check. Watch the edge.
On second down now, it's Walker. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 39, Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes. But and look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
He's not going to get me. Get it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Cowboys on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Newton now to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
13 yards, first down, Panthers. On first down, it's Warner. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warner. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Newton. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They snap it to Newton. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Hey, Charlie.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. They get it to Sayers on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Dorsett. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.